Okay, other public comment?
Yes, do we have any other public comment?
We do have a written public comment.
Okay, let's move to that.
Okay. So why does the dredging cost $300,000 above the approved contract? Why did the board not dredge for decades and now we are having to foot this giant bill? The plant is not functioning and you are having to scramble to become compliant. Every day the wastewater plant accumulates fines. As of today, nearly 10 million gallons of wastewater has been sprayed on the ground because the unlined holes that you call ponds are not working. The sludge is so thick from the lack of maintenance, there is no way for the water to penetrate the ground. It seems like those in charge have failed, and the community of San Miguel, who pays for these mistakes and fines? The community does. This is a large bill for any tiny community foot. I understand you have no choice but to dredge. It should have been maintained regularly instead of never. Stop allowing any trucks to dump until you get the new facility working. Otherwise, you are just adding more shit to pile up what you can't process. Just because it's already not functional doesn't mean that adding to it for a profit is the best action. And all dumping needs to stop immediately. I want the board to take action, please, and protect the community from more spills, spraying, and dumping. Sean, San Miguel resident. So I can answer some questions.
Sure.
To Mr. Campbell's question, the contract was for a minimum dry tons to get a fair price amongst all the contractors, with a dry ton price for anything over 125 dry tons. So whether it's 126 dry tons or 400 dry tons, that per dry ton price would be applied to anything over 125 dry tons. As far as whether or not we can keep putting money to it, we can keep putting money to it as long as the board is approving the money to go towards that. If we want to, if the board wants to stop with this contractor and rebid it, then we can certainly do that. As you mentioned, there is a mobilization, demobilization cost. In this particular contract, it's roughly $50,000. If we had bid it out as a solely per dry ton cost, that per dry ton cost would be much higher, because they would be trying to include all of their other mobilization, demobilization, all of their other costs into that dry ton cost instead of a base cost, which is essentially their guarantee that they're going to get that much. So essentially, my recommendation would be to authorize additional funds to keep moving forward, as we have to do this anyway. So either we continue with this contractor or we stop with this contractor and rebid it. I can guarantee that they're going to rebid it and probably get it again. So I don't know what the benefit of doing that would be. The drawbacks there would be that we would have to spend the cost to rebid it, which is time, staff time and engineering time. And then once he leaves here, it might be 6 months or 8 months or even longer before somebody can come back and start up again, which our general contractor would be delayed by that amount of time. He has committed to staying here as long as the board wants to continue removing sludge from the pond, whether that's 2 weeks or 3 months. He is committed to staying here until we're satisfied with the end result, or we've decided that we don't have additional funds to put into the project.
So he'll dig until he reaches the toilet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is there any other public comment? No, we said that was using the bit. All right. Well, back to the board.
I move that we adopt item number 5.
So I have a motion by Director Smiley. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we'll call vote. Director Beatty?
Yes.
Director Davis?
No.
Director Smiley?
Yes.
Director Sangster?
Yes.
3-1.
Okay, we'll move on to board comment. You had some board comment, Director Davis?
Yeah.
You had a comment about the director of utilities position?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, it goes back, we already kind of discussed it, but I didn't get an answer. My question is, why don't we just forget about the district utilities manager, which is you, and we could probably even, we wouldn't have to hire 3 more guys, don't look like, you know. And because like I said, they keep the district out of trouble from what I can see, you know, by all these violations and so on like that. So, it's just something I thought about.
Okay.
My board comment would be, I would like to thank staff and specifically the San Miguel firefighters for their service on July 4th. And even under circumstances of not having fireworks, I'm sure you guys were busy. So many thanks. And again, it was a shockingly peaceful 4th of July, even leading up to and following. So it was a very, very interesting experiment. I guess we'll see what comes for next year. That's all. You gentlemen?
Nothing else from me.
Okay. Do we have any comments for the closed session items? No? All right. Then we are adjourned.
Time?
7:41.
I don't know what's going on. AC was nice outside.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sure drops.